So this is what the finished program is supposed to look like when it runs. Of course, make sure that you watch this video, which I guess you're watching now, before you actually try to get the program working. So this is a basic database lookup program. In real life, I mean, this happens all the time. It's a very useful thing. So for example, if I'm looking for somebody, if I just know their first name, maybe Zoe, notice it's not case sensitive. I can type in all lowercase. If I hit search database, it returns all the Zoes. There happens to be two, Zoe Brown or Zoe Jones. If I narrow it down, if I type in Zoe Jones and hit search the database, it just gives me that information. So, and actually, let me do this. Let me get rid of the first name. Well, I guess there's only one Jones, but let me put like a different last name. I think there's more than one Clark. Let's try that. So again, if I just enter a little bit of information, it gives me all of the matches. But as I narrow it down, if I do Anne, let's say, it gives me just those matches. So if you leave something blank, I wonder if there's more than one Anne. There are three Annes. If you leave something blank, it just gives you all of the matches. Gee, I know somebody's name is Anne, but I don't know their last name, and so it gives me every single Anne. Once I put in a last name, Anne Morgan, it should just give me that specific one with the email. And of course, if I just enter somebody's email, let's try that. I'll get rid of these things, and it should just find this email. So, I mean, this is like a real-life a database thing. The more information you give it, sort of the narrower it goes. It goes for every match. And if something's not in the database, like Bob, I don't know, Smith, is probably not in the database, although maybe it is. I guess not. It says, no matches found in database. And of course, if I don't put anything at all and I try to hit the search, it says, please enter search information. So that's basically how it works. If you just enter a first name, it looks for all the first name matches, last name, just last name matches. Same for email, but if you enter first and last, it tries to match both of those, plus email, it tries to match both of those. So hopefully you get how this works. If we look at the code real quick, these are my arrays of names. So I've have a list of first names, last names, and emails. These are three separate arrays, but just to be clear, the first entry in first name, Owen, goes with the first entry in the last name, and so forth. And then the email, it goes with that, and same with the second name. So Trevor Anderson, and the email is Trevor Anderson. That's very clever, huh? So you see how this goes. So we have three arrays, but they all kind of, the indexes match up. The 10th person in this matches the 10th person in this, matches the 10th person in that. So really all you have to do is complete this one function, which gets run when the user clicks the search button. And this one function basically just goes through the entire list of names, first name, last name, email, and again there's 100 first, last, and emails, goes through those lists and tries to find the matches, and then outputs the matches in this output field here. So that's about it, and shouldn't be. There's really not that much code, so don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. And again, a couple of other things. If they don't enter any information, you should tell them, please enter some information. If there's no matches found, you should tell them that. Otherwise, try to find the best matches based on first, last, and email. Okay?